Hello, I am Jack and this is Entertainment World, and today I'll be talking about Man of Steel, which is not only one of my favourite comic book films ever made, and not only is it one of my favourite Zack Snyder films, it is one of my favourite films ever made. I absolutely love this film. Obviously, this is part of my Zack Snyder review series. I can't remember what number video this one is, sorry. But obviously now I'll be starting the DCEU phase of, this videos. Tomorrow will be my last, my next video will be my last Zack Snyder film until Zack Snyder's Justice League, because I'll be reviewing the DCEU films, after that. Well, the rest of them anyway. So anyway, I'll be reviewing Man of Steel now, and like always, I'll be starting off with the negatives because I like to do that first, to get them out of the way, to end on positives. So anyway, my first negative is, it's not really a negative, it's just personal taste. This film might not be to your personal taste. This film is very controversial, it is very divisive. If you love the MCU and you love Marvel, and you don't like anything that isn't like Marvel, then you're not going to like this film really, because it hasn't got the same, loads of humour. It's very character driven and very plot driven and spends a lot of time on it. You have to think about it a lot when you're watching it and all of these things. And if you want a fun action sort of comic book film, there is a lot of action in the film and it is fun, but it isn't the humour filled, easy to just watch sort of thing. It is a very dramatic sort of experience. So if that isn't your taste in film, or if that's not what you want from a comic book / superhero film, then you'll probably just end up being one of those people who just rants on the internet how terrible this film is and that it's the worst thing ever made, just like a lot of other people seem to. So I just thought I'd let you know there. There's a couple mistakes, like little continuity error sort of type mistakes or things like that. Most films have them. It's just I noticed a couple where I had them pointed out, and now when I watch it I do notice it. So I just thought I'd say that really, where it's just a couple tiny little things which don't really matter. They're just like the little, that's just if I'm being picky. You don't even really need to listen to that. It's nothing major. One's just a condition of rope, and the other one, it seems to be nighttime in every country. So, including different geographical locations where there would be a different time of day. So yeah, that's the only two things. There's just a couple little mistakes I noticed. So yeah, there's not really a lot in terms of negatives there. Also, potential little spoiler. So if you haven't watched the film and you don't want me to spoil it, you can look at the timestamp here. Although it is such a tiny little thing, it's not really a spoiler, it's just, a little thing. Anyway, there's a point where Superman has washed up on shore because he was lost out at sea due to events that I won't, delve into. And when he arrives on land, he steals some clothes, and that might bother you. And I know it bothers some people, I know it bothers my dad for a fact that he does it. To me, it doesn't bother me as much because he's not Superman yet, he's not the super cool, all selfless person yet. It is a little bit of a dick move, and I don't know that if there was a scene where he was meant to take them back and it was deleted, but yeah, just in the film there's a scene where Superman steals some clothes. He needs to. It's not like he's just stealing clothes to be a dick. He's like naked and wet and he's just washed up on shore, but it just might slightly bother you. But to me, I'm not that fussed about it, especially compared to other people. I just thought I'd let you know here. Okay, and this is my last negative, and this is just a little thing that I just wanted to, say. Okay, this film is so amazingly awesome, fun, well-made, action-packed, thrilling, full of some of the best CGI ever made, some of the best characters, some of the best writing, some of the best superhero moments, some of the coolest themes and scores, some of the best cinematography and editing, some of the best just overall comic book films moments I've ever seen, some of the best moments I've ever seen in film, some of my favourite moments, and it is one of my absolute favourite films. I could watch it over and over and over and over again. It's completely addictive. I love it so much. I could watch it over and over and over again without it being bored. It's just so addictive and so amazing. I can't help but wanting to watch it all the time. It's just so amazing. Please send help. Someone please help me. I can't. It's so addictive. Please just help. Please. So you can't put into words how amazing it is. The film is honestly just too good. Okay, so now my positives. And as you can tell from my previous jokey negative, where this film's too good and just so addictive, this film is just amazing. I love this film. I cannot put into words how much I love this film. I could watch it over and over and over again without getting bored of it. It's absolutely amazing. It's just one of my favourite comic book films. I love it so much. I can't express without coming across like a complete nut job how much I love this film. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. I love it so much. So I'm just going to try and get to the positives. These are in no particular order. They're just sort of me trying to contain how I feel about this film and without, going bleh with it and just going absolutely crazy and exploding full of excitement and whatever the fuck that noise was that just came out of my mouth. But yeah, so I'm just going to try and contain it. Okay, so my first positive is the flight scenes, the action scenes, the thrilling scenes, all of those are so good. They are absolutely incredible. The CGI, the camera angles, the cinematography, the editing, everything about them is so amazing. When he flies for the first time is incredible. When he has the first fight scene, it's incredible. Everything about it is just so amazing. It's just so well done and looks so good. I cannot put into words how good this film is. The CGI in this film is better than most other comic book films, even today. This film is now 8 years old and it's still better than most films can be when it comes to, the effect. I mean, it's better than most films can be, but I mean, just on the effect side of things as well. They're just so good. I love it when Superman fights the two Kryptonians for the first time in Smallville. I love the end, the big finale thing at the end. Sorry for the little possible thing with the Kryptonians in Smallville, but I mean that's just trailer stuff, You know he's going to fight somebody at some point. And all of those things, you're like, wow, this is just so amazing. Just the fight scenes, just so well done. And another thing I love about the fight scenes is, unlike Marvel or most other things where it's a big action sequence, but they don't want to show violence, they don't want to show things getting destroyed, they don't want to show the consequences of superheroes getting thrown through buildings and alien ships and things like that. This film shows consequences. It shows buildings getting obliterated. It shows massive objects which shouldn't be shouldn't be able to be picked up, being thrown around like locomotives and bits of building and cars and stuff like that, and a van and all of these things just getting thrown around. Shows a city getting severely damaged. It shows people getting killed. It doesn't shy away from the fact that, oh shit, alien invasion, consequences, people die. This film shows it, and I respect it for it. It's got the balls to show that when shit like that would happen, if you were to have an army of Supermen and Superman fighting each other and all of this shit going on and alien invasions, people die. People would die. Avengers didn't show it. Avengers Age of Ultron didn't show it. They touched upon it in Civil War and things like that. I'm not trying to compare it to... I should stop comparing. I'm just thinking of other things. Even, other films like Edge of Tomorrow or things like that, they don't show the actual massive consequences of aliens invading cities. They like to shy away from it because they want the fun action scenes. Whereas this film is like Independence Day, it's like War of the Worlds. It just shows that alien invasion would cause massive problems. People would trample over each other. People would mass panic. The army would get involved. Things like that. It just shows how everything would go to complete shit really quickly, and I love it for that. And you've got an inexperienced Superman. He's been Superman for one day. So he's not perfect. He doesn't, all of these arguments, or why doesn't he lead them away from the city? Why can't he just beat them? Why doesn't he do that? Why doesn't he do this? Is because it's his first day. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's never really had a fight with somebody. It's like if I said to you, hey, you can do all of these cool things, and I'll go fight this person who can also do these things, who's had like decades of military training, you'd be like, wait, what? And it's sort of like in his position, he's having to fight people, and he's not a fighter, and he's giving it his all. He's not a military strategist. He doesn't know exactly what to do, and he doesn't know how to deal with these things. He's just sort of making it up as he goes along. And it shows and it works, and people criticise it for that. But to me, it just adds to why the action scenes are so amazing, because they show consequence. The CGI is so well done. The stunts are great. Like I said, the cinematography, editing, the planning, everything about the action scenes are just amazing. They're not only thrilling, but they're consequences, and they show that things are bad. And because of that, I just love them. I just love them so much. And the flight scenes as well, when he's just flying, are just super cool as well. The cast are great. Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, Kevin Costner, Russell Crowe. The mum's actress name, which I've forgotten. Oops, I feel so bad. Hold on. Diane Lane, that's it, Diane Lane. I knew it was Diane somebody, but I couldn't remember her second name, and I didn't want to just say the first thing that came to my head, just in case it was a completely wrong name. But Diane Lane, everybody in this film's amazing. Nobody was miscast. Lawrence Fishburne was great as well. Everybody who is in this film is amazing. Henry Lennox as General Swanwick. I'm just, they just come to my head. The actor who played the Colonel, the actor who played the scientist, everybody who is in this film does an amazing job, was perfectly cast, has the perfect amount of screen time, doesn't take away from anything, doesn't cause problems, isn't anything bad, is just absolutely amazing, perfect amount, all add something to the film. Henry Cavill is an amazing Superman. I love him in this. He's absolutely fantastic Superman. Amy Adams is a great Lois Lane, fantastic Lois Lane. Couldn't picture better casting, because not only does she, is the Lois Lane is the love interest for Superman, but she herself is a tough, strong, super cool character with great amount of her own little story going on. Lawrence Fishburne is amazing. Michael Shannon is an amazing villain, and he's probably my second favourite comic book villain behind Heath Ledger's Joker. He's absolutely fantastic as General Zod, the Kryptonian general who wants to change the Earth into a new Krypton. I don't know the actress's name who plays his second in command, Fiora, and I'm going to check that now because I should have remembered. Anja Trower, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, could be completely wrong. If it is, I apologise, but she's amazing. Literally, the cast are fantastic. Kevin Costner plays Superman's adoptive father, Jonathan Kent, and Diane Lane plays his mum, Martha Kent, and they are amazing. They are just, I can't, like how every superhero has their parents they go back to, or their uncle or aunt, or whatever their relation is with the person they go back to. He has, them, and they are amazing. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Jonathan Kent, played by Kevin Costner, just gives some of the best advice and speeches and, moral support to young Clark Kent that I've ever seen in a superhero film. It's literally just so amazing. Everything that comes out of his mouth, every time they have a heart-to-heart conversation, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. I love it so much. He's such a good dad, for Superman. Russell Crowe plays his actual biological father, Jor-El. He's cool as well. He doesn't have the same amount of impact as Jonathan Kent does, because Jonathan Kent, raised Clark and made him the man he was. But when Russell Crowe's character is on screen, telling him how proud he is of him, what he wanted him to be, why he sent him to Earth, all of these things is just absolutely incredible. I love it. I cannot put into words just how it's just so emotional as well. all the speeches, all the times where Superman needs guidance or doesn't know what to do, or gets told what his purpose is, or he's up to him to choose what he wants to do in life, and all of these things, they're just so amazing and so emotional. I can't describe it without just going on and on and on. So yeah, the writing is amazing as well. The characters, every character has a good amount of screen time, good depth. This is the first Superman to have a big, huge arc like this. He's not Superman. He's not like in the sense that has been, even at the end of the film, he's only been Superman for like 2 days. So it's him becoming Superman. It's him going from this normal, average sort of guy with these abilities which he doesn't know how to fully use or control, and just going through life and finally finding his place and finding that he should become Superman and be the beacon of hope and stuff that not just stuff, beacon of hope, joy, justice, all of these things, and help people and do whatever he can to use his powers to benefit mankind is amazing. It's just so great. But the problem is as well that people like to criticise this for it. Because he's not perfect Superman, they like to go, oh my god, he's terrible, he's dark, he's shit, and have a huge temper tantrum on their keyboards, and then probably go and hug their massive teddy bear and tell it that, Man of Steel ruined their lives, sort of thing, and I don't get it. I really don't. I've never seen a film as much as, apart from BVS. Okay, apart from BVS, I've never seen another film which is like just triggers people. It's like, I like Man of Steel, and there's just people who are like, ah! Whenever they say I like it, they just go. I mean, I know I'm going a bit like saying how much I love it, but they just get so angry. It's just like, you like Man of Steel, well, you're a terrible person. You hate women. You hate joy. You hate life. You Zack Snyder's a terrible person. You hate children, you hate everyone, you like Man of Steel, you were terrible. And it's like that, they just get so angry by it. It's kind of funny in a strange way. Just because Superman isn't like the perfect guy, you just hate everyone. It makes you just like, every bad word you can think of describing somebody, every, crime, horrible bigotry sort of person you can get, apparently you are if you like Man of Steel. I didn't make that rule. We didn't make that rule. Zack Snyder didn't make that rule. Even Warner Brothers, who want to distance themselves away from this film, didn't even make that. Warner Brothers, when this was released, they were happy enough with it for them to go, yes, you, Zack, you make BVS and you make Justice League. I mean, they backtracked on the Justice League part, but, at the time they were like, yes, we like this. Good for you, Zack. You keep doing you. So I don't know why everybody's like, yeah, this film's... if this film was as bad as every hate to say it was, there was no way BVS would have come out. There's no way they would have made Justice League at the time. I mean, I know that Justice League's... But there's no way they would have done what they did, or at least said they were going to do. They would have gone, oh, fuck it, this film's shit. Zack, no more you. Someone else, yes, you. Make another Superman film, make a Batman film, make a this film, make a that film, and make Justice League, because this guy, he don't know what he's doing. They didn't say that. They said, yes, you, Zack, make BVS, because this film is good. No matter what you say. Even the ex-head of Rotten Tomatoes apologised due to the, why is this film so low, why has this film got such a low rating? I mean, he said it's not my favourite film, it's not the best, but like, why is it so low? That's unfair. It was a good film. I agree. I mean, I don't agree that it's not. I mean, I love it, but like, I agree. Why is it so low? Why are people so triggered by this film? Why does it bother them? Why? What about this film makes them sit there and watch it and go, ah! And have to just whinge and bitch about it all the time and just hate everybody who likes it? I don't get it. I do not watch this film and I'm like, yes, I don't see it. It's not like so obviously divisive, apart from the fact Superman has an arc. They show destruction. There's a lot of emotional moments. They're not telling jokes every 10 seconds. And these things, and people just like to go, angry, I'm going to fight you. And you're like, I don't get it, and I know I'm going off topic a bit, and I was just sort of like saying how cast are good and how it's an arc, and it shows these things, but it just triggers people. It just makes them angry. It makes them hate you, and I don't know why. I like this. I wouldn't want a Superman film where Superman 1, he's amazing, Superman 2, he's amazing, Superman 3, he's amazing, Superman 4, he's amazing, Superman 5, he's amazing. In every film, he's just amazing and makes no mistakes, he's absolutely perfect, he's the best guy ever. It's just so basic, so lazy, there's nowhere to go, and you would just end up with Superman 3 and 4 again, which I've not watched, and I don't really want to. You know, like, you would just end up with this thing where it's just the same shit all over and over, over and over again, because he's just perfect. Captain, Sergeant, General perfect, I can be everyone because I'm amazing. Oh, you villain, yep, beat you, done. You would just end up with this over and over again. So what Zack did, made Man of Steel, inexperienced Superman, big scary villain, to, make him have to come to the task, make him actually have to do it. Not just a bit of it impartial, whatever villain. No, scary motherfucker. You, inexperienced, go fight said scary motherfucker who's invading Earth and is going to kill everyone. And then he does it. He's not fully experienced. Things go wrong. Isn't perfect, but absolutely amazing because it just shows that they're going somewhere. And Superman learns. He's Superman. He's not fully Superman at the end of the film, but he's there. He's taking his first huge step, or two huge steps. Assume the first time he took the step was when he put the suit on and flew for the first time. Two huge steps then to becoming the Superman, which is everybody knows and loves, is perfect. And the whole point of this film is choice. You can choose to be the hero. You don't need to be. Nobody's going to make you. You can choose. You can actually go and do this. And he chooses to. And that's just so Superman. The choice to go and be the hero. Go fight the scary motherfucker. Yeah, of course I'm going to, because I need to protect Earth. It's my fault, but this dude's here. I'm going to go and save everybody from him, or at least as many people as I can. And yes, it's just so Superman. That is just such a Superman thing to do. And this is what... there was a quote by Christopher Reeves, the original actor, and I can't remember what it was. It was basically saying, a hero or courage comes from fighting people for adversity. And if you give the people who don't like this film what they want, it would be Superman just being amazing, no real threat. Yeah, I'm Superman. Woo! No, this film's like, well, no, inexperienced Superman, big scary villain. Superman's probably going to lose. Just from like the outgo, that's how it looks, because it's like big fucking army, and Superman's like he's a farm boy almost. It's rising to the occasion. It's overcoming that. It's overcoming all doubt and all of these things. And will people hate me? Will people accept me? He has to drop all of that and just go and do the right thing because it's his choice. I fucking love that. Honestly, I don't get why people don't say this film doesn't get Superman. It does. It just gets him by not showing he's perfect. He has to rise over the fact he's not perfect, and that makes him perfect in a strange way. This version of Superman is my favourite. He's just so cool because to create a challenge, to create something for a character to overcome, to create a villain he needs to fight and stop from killing everyone. You need to make it a threat. So you make him inexperienced, and you make the villain scary, and you make him unsure of himself, and you make the world unsure of him. That is genius. Honestly, they did so good with this film. I cannot put into words just how fantastic a job they did with it. David S. Goyer, Christopher Nolan, and David S. Goyer write the script, and Zack Snyder directed it. I thought Zack Snyder had something to do with the story, but according to Wiki he didn't, but I thought he did. So I don't know. I might be wrong. Either way, they all did a great job. They all nailed this film. They did such an amazing job at adapting the source material, making a new film out of it. Also, the score by Hans Zimmer is amazing. It's one of my favourite scores to any film, especially when time he flies for the first time. It's just brilliant. Everything about this film. I know I've bashed all over the place with this one, but I've got so much emotion when it comes to this one, like how much I love it. The The cast are amazing. Kevin Costner and Michael Shannon are my favourite two performances, even though like Henry Cavill and Amy Adams are both an amazing Superman and Lois Lane, and I couldn't picture anybody better to play either of those roles. Russell Crowe's a great Jor-El, and everyone. Don't want to keep going for the cast all the time, but they are amazing. The action is entertaining, yet shows consequences, and like I said, the stunts, cinematography, CGI is just better than nearly any other film. Hans Zimmer's score is fantastic. It has more heart, more soul, more emotional moments, more character moments, more conversations, more moments of choice, more moments of this is the right thing to do, lack of confidence, but then gaining said confidence. And because of that, it is just one of the best superhero films, one of my favourite films, one of my favourite rise to the occasion films. It's just so good. This film for me is like the Batman Begins, but for Superman, if that makes sense. It has the same sort of overcome things, you've got to do this is what you need to do. It's obviously not exactly the same because Superman and Batman aren't the same character, but it's the same sort of journey, it's the same sort of self-discovery, it's the same sort of thing, and it has the same emotional moments and character moments. You know, he hasn't got an Alfred, but he's got his biological dad, he's got his adoptive dad, he's got his adoptive mum, he's got his Lois, his Lois, he's got Lois, not his Lois, you know what I mean, and all of these things, and it just works. It's so good. And I can't just say how good it is. And like I said, Michael Shannon's such a good villain. He's so desperate to do what he views himself as the one in the right. He will save Krypton. Earth is insignificant compared to Krypton, and he portrays that so well. It's like when I look at Michael Shannon, I don't look at Michael Shannon anymore. I look at Zod playing Michael Shannon playing another character. Because of how good he is at Zod. He's just amazing. Perfectly casted. Everybody. Fantastic. Cannot recommend this film enough. And I am just wanted to get into a few spoilers now. So if you're not interested, if you haven't watched it, go. Timestamp. So now we'll be doing the spoilers. When he flies for the first time. When he flies for the first time. The music, Russell Crowe's speech, puts his hand to the ground, the music gets going, and the rocks are lifted off the ground, and then he goes kaboom into the sky, and flies all to these different places, and then goes into space with the music, and the CGI, the effects, and the look on Henry Cavill's face. It's just so good. I cannot describe it. When you're watching it, when I watch it, I'm like, just because of how good it is. It's just so well done. People hate this film. There's people who hate this film, and with moments like that, I wonder why the fuck would you hate this film? I'm not going to judge you for hating it, but why do you hate? Why? With moments like that, how could anybody hate this film? And the scene where his dad dies, because the whole point of it is you can't show your powers because people will hate, people will be scared of, and he's so right. People now lose their shit if somebody's different political opinion to them, different religion to them, from a different place to them, anything like that. People fucking hate it. I'm not saying everybody does. I'm not saying you should. Fucking hell, that's really bad. Don't hate somebody just because they're from somewhere else or have a different religion, or different believe in something else. That'd be really bad, and that's on you. That's just being bigot. That's awful. But people do. There are people out there who are scared of people like that, wrongly. But it's saying to be wrong, scared of Superman. It's wrong, and that's sort of like the thing of the film. You shouldn't be scared of somebody just because they're different. They could be trying to do the right thing, but you just hate them because they're different. It's bad. And it is bad, and this film shows it. And he's right. And the dad's like, people will be scared. Because like I said, people are scared of other people who have something they don't. People don't like it when somebody's richer than them. People don't like it when they have something that they want, or they're scared of how much power that person has. And that is accurate. That is human nature. They are scared of things. We're scared of what we don't understand. Children are scared of the dark. Why are children scared of the dark? It's because they don't fucking know what's in the dark. We have that. We are scared of what we don't know. We are scared of things that are new to us. We are scared of all of these things. So how the fuck do you think people would react if there was an alien that could fly, pick up buildings, shoot laser eyes, all of these things? How do you think people react? They're not going to go, yeah, woo! They're going to go, oh my god, scary fucking motherfucker, kill that fucking thing right now. Sorry for the language, but that's what people would be like. And that's what the dad's like. He words it a lot better than I just did. He doesn't scream, people will fucking kill you, motherfucker. Samuel L. Jackson's not his dad. Yeah. And, although that would have been amazing. But yeah, that's sort of like, he's teaching you, it's like choice. Don't do this until you're ready. Don't throw yourself into these situations because people would be scared of you. Could you imagine telling your son that? And you see it on his face that people would be scared of you if they knew what you really were. Could you imagine telling your child, adopted or not, either way, still your child. Could you imagine telling your son that if people knew what you really are, they would hate you, they would be scared of you, and you have to hide who you are? Could you imagine the pain of telling your child that? And then having to tell him that no matter what, you're not his biological dad, that he's an alien, that he's not from here, he's the answer to we alone in the universe. And that's a scene, and you see it on his face as well as Clark's. Clark's is so much for him to comprehend, because this is when he finds out that he's not human. Could you imagine telling him that? Like, telling him that you're not his dad. Biological dad anyway. Telling him all of these things which would be so painful to say. And it's just such a good scene. It's all about choice. Be the hero. You don't have to be it, and he's teaching, because obviously if he teaches Clark to be a dick, not only will he be a dick, because a child who's a dick's never a good thing. High school bullies are bad. But could you imagine teaching Superman to be that dick? If he gave somebody an arm twist because he felt like, oh, I'm a dick, he'd fucking rip the kid's arm off. So you gotta be. He's trying to teach him to be the best human as he possibly can.
This was in the chamber with you. I took it to a metallurgist at Kansas State. He said whatever it was made from didn't even exist on the periodic table. That's another way of saying that it's not from this world, Clark. And neither are you. You're the answer, son. You're the answer to are we alone in the universe?
I don't want to be.
And I don't blame you, son. It'd be a huge burden for anyone to bear. But you're not just anyone, Clark, and I have to believe that you were sent here for a reason. All these changes that you're going through, one day you're going to think of them as a blessing, and when that day comes, you're going to have to make a choice. A choice of whether to stand proud in front of the human race or not.
Can I just keep pretending I'm your son?
You are my son. But somewhere out there, you have another father too who gave you another name. And he sent you here for a reason, Clark. And even if it takes you the rest of your life, you owe it to yourself to find out what that
and it's just so good. And then the whole scene where he dies, it makes me well up and get teary-eyed every time I watch it. You know, when he puts his hand out to say, you know, don't come save me from the because there's a hurricane. I mean, if you've watched it, so I assume you've watched it if you're sitting here. If you haven't, then your fault. You know, the hurricane scene when he puts his hand out and, you know, shakes his head, doesn't even say anything, just... Oh my God, I well up every time I watch it, because you like, there's barely any, there's so very few films which make me that emotional, let alone a fucking comic book. This is a superhero film. It could have been like anything. It could have just been, yeah, fun. Woo. No, it has the balls, it has the effort, it has the everything to just make you feel, you know, like I said, if you wants you to be happy, you're happy. Sad, sad. Filled, everything. And this film wants you to feel so much, and you do. And at that moment, it makes me, you know, if I didn't hold it back, I would fucking cry. And it's just like, I love that scene so much because it just shows that the dad is actually willing to stand by it. It's not just like a plot point. It's not just like, I'm going to give a cool speech but not follow my own rules. No, he stands by it and he lets himself die and tells his son to not save him just because he knows that he isn't ready and that he can't handle it and he can't handle the backlash. And if he got upset, he could destroy the world. He knows that. And he chooses to do the right thing by just saying to his son, no, don't come save me. Don't, you know, just leave me. And you're like, oh! When watching it, not like in an angry way, but just like sheer sobbing. I mean, I don't sob. I mean, I probably would if I let myself, but I go...
Stay here.
When watching it, so but you know, just so cool. Like, and this scene where he flies to, like I said, and when Zod, one of my favourite bits of acting, when Zod knows his plans failed and he holds up the dirt. You know, no matter what I do in life, it's for my people. No matter how cruel, it's for my people. My soul, that is what you've taken from me. And you get so angry, and it's his own words making him angry. Clark's not even fucking do anything. Clark's just like looking at him like... Oh, a bit of a head tilt as well. It's like, so, you fucked up a bit, didn't you? Sort of like, look. And Zod's just like... Zod's making himself angry at Clark, and I love it. It's one of my favourite bits of acting, and his teeth and his mouth's frothing and his eyes are, you know, pierced, ready for the kill. And I'm like, ooh.
Look at this. We could have built a new Krypton in this squalor, but you chose the humans over us. I exist only to protect Krypton. That is the sole purpose for which I was born. And every action I take, no matter how violent or how cruel, is for the greater good of my people. And now, I have no people. My soul. That is what you have taken from me.
and then they have a fucking fight, and people get obliterated, and buildings are flying through, and it's got sad music. It's not like, yeah, woo! It's like, oh my god, this is bad, because so many people will be getting fucking obliterated, and then you get to the end, and Superman snaps his neck, and fuck off, he would snap his neck, I do not care. He has got him in a headlock, he's about to murder a family, and then you go, why not turn his head the other way, why not cover his eyes? What, is he meant to just stand there for the rest of his fucking life while holding Zod in a headlock? There is nothing he can do. This is the only time he can do something about this. It's now or never. He has him in this headlock. He can save the world by making this horrible choice, and he chooses humanity over his own species by just snapping the dude's neck, and then he sobs and screams, and you're like, fucking hell, so emotional. You know, like, what's he meant to do? Hold on, and Zod's made it abundantly clear. He said, I will kill everyone. The only way this ends is if I die or you do, and if you die, I'm fucking everybody up. And Superman has to make that choice. That he begs him to stop. He's crying. He's saying, stop. Please don't do this. And Zod says, never. You know, when people talk about that scene, they acted like Superman just walked up to Zod, and Zod was like, please don't kill me. And Superman goes, no, that's not what happened. Superman's crying, saying, please stop it. And Zod's like, I'm going to fuck everything up. So Superman has to do the horrible thing. Snaps his neck. Big sonic boom when he does it as well, to add up to the fucking badassery of the whole scene. And it's just the sobbingness of it after. It's like so emotional. It's just so good. I could talk about every little scene. You know, Lawrence Fishburne, when he says, imagine how people would react if they knew somebody was out there. Fucking right. When Lois decides to not talk about Superman's story, amazing. When Superman and Lois kiss for the first time, amazing. The end of the scene, I love the final line. Welcome to the planet. Just so good. Oh, my hair, fucking hell. Sorry about that. But yeah, you're like, it's just. Well, I fucked that up, didn't I? Anyway, it's just like, just so good. It's just the whole thing's just amazing, and the opening as well on Krypton. So anyway, yeah, those are my spoiler things for now, because I could just stand here for 2.5 hours saying, Man of Steel was amazing, Man of Steel was amazing, look at this, look at this. So I'm just going to stop now. The music adds to everything. Now I'm going to stop, otherwise I'll just be here for hours. This film's so good. So anyway, my last positive, non-spoiler, is just Zack Snyder. They all do, everybody involved does such a great job making and creating a new story whilst, you know, sticking to the source material as much as it can. Absolutely amazing. Love this film. Honestly, this film is just so good. It's the first amazing first film in a cinematic universe that went to shit, but, well, not shit, but they just like abandoned the idea, and now it's just the film franchise that's like, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that, hey, let's do this could be good, this could be good, and sometimes it, you know, it lands. Like, I love Aquaman, I like Shazam. Other times it doesn't. I will save that for other reviews, though. I will talk about those ones. Yeah, that's just like, love this film, so good. I can't wait for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So proud to be part of this movement. Absolutely love it. Never, and nothing like this has ever happened before. Nothing like this has ever happened before on the same scale. Thousands of US dollars raised for Suicide Avenger. So proud to be part of it. Can't wait for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, sorry about my hair through the video as well. But I can't wait for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I hope, and I really do, that the Snyderverse continues after that. Fucking fight for it. Restore the Snyderverse. Yell and scream and do it. Make sure Zack Snyder's Justice League's a hit. You know, the little teasers he's been released. I mean, by the time this is gone, there will be a full-blown trailer for it. So, I mean, it will be good, but you know what I mean. At the moment of filming it, it's the day in 2 days teaser has come out. That's today. Today's the Saturday the 13th, the day of recording this. So maybe there'll be a in 1 day teaser. I don't want to say there definitely will be, just in case for some reason there isn't. But there's like a 99% chance there is. So Anyway, tomorrow the trailer will come out, hopefully. If it doesn't, again, I don't, you know, maybe in the future you can tell me that it hasn't come out, but yeah, at the moment, it's going to come out. So, anyway, I can't wait for it. Make sure to hit Restore the Snyderverse, Restore the Snyderverse, Restore the Snyderverse. This film's amazing. The Snyderverse is amazing. This film sets it off. This film essentially started two cinematic universes, the Warnerverse, as I call it, and the Snyderverse. So, that's impressive. Not many films set off two universes, so good job. I mean, one of them I prefer over the other, but still, two's not bad, even if you hate it. I mean, I don't hate the Warnerverse, but, you know. But, yeah. Love this film. Love Zack Snyder. Love Christopher Nolan. Love David S. Goyer. Love the cast. Love every single person who had anything to do with this film, unless they tried to change it in any way, in a bad way. But everybody who helped this film did some good stuff. Love this film. Okay, film quality. Whew, that's a good one. I don't think it's better than Batman Begins, or like, because it's the same. I would say it's the same level as Batman Begins. So anyway, as I was saying, I don't think it's better than Batman Begins, like in a film quality sense. Like not destroy it. I love both. Not a negative way. Love both. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 for film quality. Its entertainment value is a 10 out of 10. Literally 10 out of 10. Love it so much. Film quality 9.5 out of 10. Entertainment value 10 out of 10. So anyway, I recommend this film. Love it. Where is it? This could be embarrassing, but Star Wars 4K collection. Anyway, I still 4K. Recommend it. If you don't have 4K, get it on Blu-ray. If you don't have either, then buy a Blu-ray player or 4K player. I mean, if you can afford to anyway. I'm not going to make you feel bad if you can't. I understand that. But yes, watch the film. Love it. Don't get it on digital, because unless you have the best Wi-Fi, never the same quality. Blu-ray or 4K. Love this film. So amazing. One of my favourite films ever. Love Zack Snyder. Love everybody who worked on it. Brilliant. A brilliant universe and a reasonably good other universe. Absolutely fantastic. Watch the film. Cannot recommend it enough. It is absolutely brilliant. Sorry for my rambling. My next video will be for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition, and then the rest of the DCEU, and then Zack Snyder's Justice League. So yes, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if I rambled too much. It's just this film is very emotional for me. I absolutely adore it. So it's quite hard to, keep that all contained, and sorry for my hair. But yes, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I do hope to see you in the next one. I'm going to keep saying that, but, thanks. Goodbye.